Hey guys, this is gonna be a getting caught up video, and pretty much all the movies that I was supposed to review and I haven't yet. I'm gonna do like a short review on like a lot of movies at one time, just getting them all caught up. So when I see Doctor Strange, I'll finally be caught up on the movies that I'm gonna watch. And Doctor Strange, I'm gonna watch sometime next week, and I'm leaving next Friday. So when I leave for Friday, I think I'm gonna be gone until the 16th. During those days, if I have time, I'm going to do a lot more videos, and I'm going to be in Virginia again. Last time I was in Virginia, I was doing 2 or 3 videos a day, so hopefully it'll be like that this time. But yeah, like I said, this is going to be one video to get me caught up. So after this video, I'll see Doctor Strange, you know, within the next couple days, and I'll be caught up on the reviews that I wanted to do. And later on, I'll do some random show reviews like Gotham and stuff, and I'll do movie reviews that come out later or random classics. But out of the movie that I need done, they'll finally be done. So I have a list here just to like make me remember which movies I wanted to do. Central Intelligence, I watched the other day. It was freaking awesome. I thought The Rock and Kevin Hart did a really good job. To me, it was like a cheesy 80s action comedy. It wasn't the greatest, but it was a fun cheesy film, and I liked it. If you like fun cheesy action films, then you'll like this movie. Good chemistry, pretty alright story, and it was really fun, and I give this movie a B plus. Next up is Joshi. Joshi wasn't a big film, and there's a big reason. It wasn't a terrible film, but all throughout the movie, it was like this. There was no like, oh, climax. Oh, no, no. It wasn't up and down. There was no turns. It was just like videotaping some random people with not a big story arc in my opinion. And I give this movie a C minus. Howl's Moving Castle was the second movie that I've seen that was anime. First one was Ponyo, and it was a good movie, not a great movie, but it was a good movie. And I can honestly say this one was far more superior, and this is what actually made me excited for anime. It was a really, really great movie. The graphics were awesome, the action was awesome, the story was really cool. My favorite part was the fact that the door could go to so many different places, and they just nonchalantly went back in and out. And I would honestly say I would give this movie an A minus. X-Men Apocalypse. That movie to me was good. A lot of people loved it. A lot of people hated it. X-Men Apocalypse was what I thought it was gonna be. It was a really good movie, but it was a X-Men really good movie. X-Men movies, in my opinion, there's like Apocalypse, Days of Future Past. There's a couple that are great, but I don't think there will be an amazing X-Men movie. There's great X-Men movies. I don't think there'll be an amazing X-Men movie. Logan might be amazing, but I just think it will be great. And there's nothing wrong with great, but I don't think Logan or any other X-Men movie will be amazing. And I'll give X-Men Apocalypse a B minus. Conjuring 2, I loved, and I'll tell you why. I'm not a big horror fan. I love Stephen King, and I do love some horror movies like Cabin in the Woods and stuff like that. But 9 times out of 10, I will not like a horror movie because most of them are cliches or just terrible acting, terrible plot. There's something terrible about most of them. And my least favorite horror type is haunting movies. Haunting movies get so old and slow. Like the first Conjuring, I did not like it. A lot of people say it's a classic. Some people say it's an amazing movie. Some people say that people remember it years down. I did not like it at all. I just, that's not my type of movie. But Conjuring 2 to me was way better than the first, and it's probably my favorite haunting movie, and it's pretty high up there in my horror movies. Yes, it's no Misery or Children of the Corn to me, but it was an amazing movie, and I'll give this movie a B minus. Batman Under the Red Hood. I really like these animated Batman movies. Almost all of them were really awesome, and this one did not surprise me whatsoever, but not in a bad way. I give Batman Under the Red Hood a B. Deepwater Horizon, Mark Wahlberg killed it. It was an emotional movie. Mark Wahlberg was probably one of the best people to play this role. And I didn't think he would be amazing in it. I love Mark Wahlberg and I knew he'd be great in it, but I didn't think he'd do this good. And I'd probably give this movie a B. And I watched Star Trek 3 just the other day, and I watched 1 and 2 a couple months ago, maybe a month. And the first one I thought was great. I thought, I thought Star Trek was going to be lame. I never watched the old Star Trek movies. I thought that Star Trek was a watered down, cheap version of Star Wars. And don't get me wrong, Star Wars still annihilates Star Trek, but Star Trek is way, way better than I thought it was. And I can only say the 3 that I've seen. I haven't seen the original, so I don't know if they're good or bad. But out of the 3 that I've seen, the newer ones, the first one, I would give a B. The second one, oh my gosh, Benedict Cumberbatch, Star Trek 2, that is the movie that made me excited for Doctor Strange. It wasn't the fact that it's a Marvel movie. It wasn't the fact that it's, about magic. No. I didn't know much about Benedict Cumberbatch until I saw Star Trek 2, and oh my gosh, he killed it. And that's what made me excited for Doctor Strange, which, like I said, I'm seeing later this week / next week. And I give this movie a B+. Now, Star Trek 3, I thought it was a really good movie, but it fails in comparison of the first 2. Like I said, the first one was B, the second one was B+, and I would give the third one a C+. It was a good movie, it was a fun movie, and I will get it with the other 2, but it did fall in comparison of the first 2. So now I'm completely caught up on all the movies that I wanted to review with you. Now, like I said, I will do Doctor Strange when I see it later this week, but I have not seen any movies yet that I wanted to do a review, and honestly, I will probably not see movies that I haven't seen yet that came out earlier this year. Like Finding Dory, I don't know if I'll be seeing that, or like The Witch, I don't think I'll be seeing that. There are movies that will probably be on people's top 10 worst or best that I have not seen and I might not see. The only one that I can think of that I'm gonna see that's already been out for a while is Cell. And the only reason I'm gonna see that later is because I am currently reading the book. I've stopped for a while just because my job's been getting in the way, but eventually I will get back on reading it, and after I'm done reading it, I will do a review on it and then watch the movie and give you the review on the movie. So, now that I'm all the way caught up, are there any shows or movies that you want me to watch and review? And if so, tell me down below. And like always, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.